Good morning, Panthers. Today is August 14th, 2019. Please stand for the pledge.
Salute, pledge.
Today's lunch sources are a chicken sandwich and barbecue sandwich. Thursday is the back to school bash. Be here from 6 to 7:30 for games, food, and fun.
Author and illustrator Jonathan Miller will visit North Jackson on Monday. You can order one of his books. Order forms were sent home and need to be returned Monday. See Mrs. Mixon if you have any questions.
Early Sunday morning, Sammy got out of bed, stretched his paws, and yawned a big yawn. He went to the kitchen to make his favorite food, scrambled eggs. Sammy quickly cooked a hefty plate of eggs because he couldn't wait to go out to the beach to play with all of his friends. But as he sat down to eat, his big floppy ears perked up. The phone rang. Sammy's boss was calling to tell Sammy his new job would require him to move far from Charleston. Sammy knew it was a good job, so he agreed to move. But as he began to eat, he suddenly became very sad. He thought about how much he loved living in Charleston and all of his wonderful friends. Sammy began to worry. Sammy realized he lived in Charleston for quite some time, but still hadn't seen or done a lot of the things that he wanted to do. Sammy knew he only had 1 week left. He didn't want to miss out on anything, so he sat down and wrote out a list of things to do before he had to move. Sammy knew he'd have to hurry to do it all in 1 week. He finished his breakfast and went to the beach on Sullivan's Island to tell his friends his exciting news. Sammy left his house and walked to the battery. He sat down on a park bench and looked out over the water toward Fort Sumter. It was such a pretty day and the view was incredible. He thought about how much he loved coming here to relax, run, or play catch. Sammy wanted to buy some gifts from the stores on King Street for his friends. Along the way, he stopped to take a picture of the houses on Rainbow Road for his mom, because he really liked the colors of the houses. Sammy spent the rest of the afternoon shopping at all the stores on King Street. He bought so many gifts for his family and friends, he needed a big wagon to get them all home. Sammy woke up and realized he had no eggs for breakfast. He went to the grocery store to buy some. While he was there, he also bought the supplies to help with his move. The next thing on Sammy's list was to visit the South Carolina Aquarium, where he learned a lot about ocean and marine life. He touched the starfish and saw sharks and eels. He had so much fun he spent the whole day there. Sammy stopped by the Citadel Military College to say goodbye to some friends. He marched around the school and took pictures of the beautiful campus. Sammy had such a great time with his friends at the Citadel, he decided to visit his friends at the College of Charleston as well. As he sat on the cistern, he wagged his tail and thought about all the fun he had learning so much in college. That night, Sammy had a nice, quiet going-away dinner with some of his closest friends at his favorite restaurant. He ate so much wonderful food, he had to be rolled home. Early in the morning, Sammy went out to Folly Beach one last time. He surfed and played in the water. He collected seashells and shark's teeth to take to his new home. When Sammy left the beach, he saw his friends had painted a message for him on the abandoned boat. Sammy stopped to take a picture of the boat. Later that afternoon, he met some friends for a baseball game. Sammy loves baseball, and the Charleston River Dogs are his favorite team. The next adventure on Sammy's list was to see the Angel Oak. He'd only seen pictures of the big tree in books, but he'd never seen it in person. He drove out to the Angel Oak and stood admiring the size of the tree and its beauty. That evening, Sammy jogged to Colonial Lake. He sat by the water and watched the sunset. Sammy went to meet friends in Marion Square. After playing, he wanted to get a good view of the city, so he climbed the statue in the middle of the park. From the top of the statue, he could see all of downtown Charleston. For the first time, he saw the church steeples at once and understood why people call Charleston the Holy City. Sammy looked at his list and realized he had one thing left to do. Sammy had been so busy he hadn't had a chance to say goodbye to his best friend. Sammy called her, and together they strolled to the Cooper River Bridge. They walked to the middle of the bridge. There they looked out over the water and talked for hours. The sun was beginning to set, so Sammy walked her to her door. He smiled, he told her how much he would miss her, and he said goodbye. Sunday morning the movers came and loaded everything that Sammy owned into a moving truck. When Sammy walked outside, all of his friends were waiting to give him gifts, hugs, and say their goodbyes. As Sammy drove away, he began to cry. It was hard for him to leave his friends in such a wonderful city. While he thought about all the things he did over the past week, he began to smile. Sammy knew he'd always have great friends in Charleston, and he could come back and visit anytime. Sammy was no longer sad at all because he realized he wasn't saying goodbye to Charleston forever. He was just saying, see you soon. The end.
Have an awesome day.
Happy